Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. So today's video we are looking ahead at the week ahead from when you click this. So it's a message you're meant to hear for your upcoming week. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to find today's reading, there'll hopefully be a message for you today. We have 3 piles to choose from. Loved the messages that we got. I'm really curious to hear what you think. So let me show you what we have. And by the way, my hands were blue through most of the reading. I'm filming the intro a couple days later. I had dyed a dress, so my hands were like blue and green. So anyways, for group 1, we have the orchard. Group 2, we have le soleil. Hope I'm saying that right, the sun. Group 3, we have the witch. Okay, and for each group, I used a different tarot deck actually. So for group 1, I used the Everyday Witch Tarot. Group 2, I used the Good Karma Tarot. And for group 3, I used the Haunted House Tarot. And I sort of just let the decks choose which group I guess would be best suited for each deck. So that's what I did. And yeah, so of course have fun with my readings. If you're listening to it and you feel like it's not for you, then feel free to come back to the beginning and select a different group. But yeah, have fun with them. Ultimately, my readings are for entertainment, but I really hope that there is a message for you today that you resonate with. You'll know if the message is for you. Listen to your own intuition. We used charms, letters, and numbers today, so lots of extra information. And I used the Angel Numbers book as well today. And yeah, we will jump in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the little bell so you'll be notified of my future uploads. Also, if you want to support the channel and receive a new video every single week, you can check out my Patreon linked below. And you'll receive a video every single week, a little pick a card for your week ahead. So let me know what you think. I really hope you enjoy this. Leave your comments below and I will leave the timestamps below. We'll start with group number 1. If you chose the orchard card, then this is your message for the week ahead from whenever you click this. And today we're just doing a message you're meant to hear. So I'm excited to see what comes up today. We've got 3 cards there immediately. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Very interesting. I love the orchard card with the 7 of Pentacles here because it's an orchard, so that's kind of a theme for you. Okay, let's get you some oracle cards to go with this. Group 1. Group 1 need to know. Mushroom, recycling, breaking down problems. This is interesting. This is talking about, I think this makes a lot of sense with the 7 of Pentacles. This week, the best way to go about something is to break it down into smaller, manageable, bite-sized, that wasn't a very good shuffle, let's try it again, but manageable, bite-sized little tasks, okay? Let's get a little bit more. Hydrate, transform, very interesting. Oh, I love the kind of theme of trees here. Look, because in this cloche, my hands are blue, by the way. They're actually dark green, but I was dyeing fabric. Okay, so you've got transform, and yeah, a little bit of a tree theme here, because you've got the orchard, you've got the trees here in this orchard. Okay. Okay, so number 1, it's telling you to literally, I love this deck right now because we're looking at a week ahead reading, and a reading like this, like I kind of expected to get messages like this. So first of all, hydrate. I love how literal this is. Have you been drinking water? I know I haven't. So hydrate right now. Pay attention to hydration this week. Pay attention to, I think this week you seem to be paying attention to how you feel, like your physical body. I think you're really taking care of something, and this of course will be different for, each of you watching, but yeah, you seem to be like taking good care of yourself, whatever way that means for you. Your physical health for you seems to be a priority over the next week, okay? So, you know, for you, that might mean going out for a walk, getting some fresh air, but hydration is coming up here for a specific reason. Now, again, back to the original message that we got. This week, it's really imperative that you take things a step at a time. Don't bombard yourself, don't overwhelm yourself with too much at once. I think you're going to feel a lot of success this week. I think you're going to have this feeling of achievement if you take it one thing at a time, okay? Breaking down problems or breaking down tasks into manageable, I keep getting bite-sized pieces, okay, is really going to be helpful. Let me see what else is coming through, and then we'll kind of dive in a little deeper. I just want to look at my first glance messages. One thing I want to say is you seem to be okay, a phrase just came in. I don't know what it means though, but I'll just say it anyways. You're letting something, like you're at the point where your work is starting to work for you, okay? Something you've started, you're going to notice it's starting to kind of work for you. I don't know what that means though. I don't think it's this, but it's kind of like how people that do investments, like their investments are working for, so it's like something you've invested in, time, energy, effort, focus. You're starting to see it get to the point where it's working for you. If that's for you, you'll know what it means, I feel like, because I'm not really sure what it is, but I like to speak the messages that come through. But yeah, you're starting to see something working for you. You're also, you seem to be in a bit of like an assessment sort of energy where you're like reassessing some things possibly, or making some changes to what needs to change. But this, again, it's manageable. Like what I'm getting for you this week, you might find some things you want to change, but don't try to do it all at once. Just take it a bit at a time, piece by piece. Let's get some tea leaf cards as well. Add a little bit of info to this. Group 1, what else is happening this week? You are highly thought of. And the Tower. Okay, this is a good tower, so don't panic. You've got solid foundation, success with effort. Yeah, you know what is so interesting? So there is something that you have created enough of a solid foundation that you can kind of like change and shift things now. Okay, you're sort of... you're at a point where you can take this in a new direction. I don't know, again, what this is talking about. You might find this week you're wanting to start lots of new things or just make some changes. Freshen energy up is what I'm getting. Freshen some energy up. There's something about you're turning one thing into something else. You're molding it, retransforming it. The word retransforming specifically came in. So is it something you had already changed? There's just a lot about like recreation. What I'm getting about you specifically is you're really great at adapting to things. You're a powerful adapter. I'm getting something about you're able to adapt to, not literal, but the trends, okay? So the words coming through, so fit it into what the situation is for you, but you're able to shift with the times, shift with the trends. You're able to sort of flow and adapt to change really well. Like, I feel like you're not somebody who... I'm getting to tell you, you have options here. You've got options here. And something you've built, something you've started, you've already started on a really great foundation. So now you can kind of take it where you want to take it. I'm seeing a lot of people really admiring you or looking up to you, possibly even looking to you or trying to communicate with you in regards to advice or guidance. I'm seeing quite a really extensive, you've made a lot of connections, okay? You're highly thought of. I'm almost seeing like people come to you for inspiration. People come to you for guidance. With the mushroom, because I'm thinking of the, what do you call it? Like mushrooms are connected, not only to other mushrooms, but to the trees, to like different plants. It's all connected. There's like a, not literal, but it's like a pipeline, or I'm having a hard time finding my words today. I hope you're, if this is for you, you'll know what it means. But yeah, this will probably tell me what it is, but yeah, there's a connection. Okay, so you're making different connections. I'm getting to tell you there's something, it's time to branch off. There's something, it's time to branch off. I think you're getting bored with something too. It's time to make some changes with something, to add, subtract, shift. You've got a solid foundation now, so now you can kind of start shifting things and changing things. There it is. Okay, let's see what this says. A mushroom's main purpose is to aid in decomposition. They use enzymes to break down decaying organic matter, feeding themselves in the process. Mushrooms and other fungi, yes, here it is. Mushrooms and other fungi are also part of a greater mycelial network. Okay, so networking could be really important for you this week as well in order to make some changes. Don't be afraid to connect, okay? I love how the gate is open here with the orchard. Like, I think this is going to be potentially a social week for you, especially with work or business, okay? I feel like if you chose group 1, largely what I'm getting at the base of this is something to do with work, business, personal projects, creative projects, different passions you have. So this is a great week to make different connections. You're highly thought of. People want to work with you. People want to work with you. They want your feedback. So leave that gate open. Here's the thing, you've built something that's going to keep replenishing, or it's going to keep giving you rewards, dividends. I don't even know. Today the words are popping in and I'm not even sure what everything means, but I'm just going to speak. I got a comment recently because I was having that kind of feeling when I was getting messages and I really wasn't sure what they were talking about. And someone's like, no, this is what I needed to hear. Just like, don't be shy to say what's coming through. So I'm going to try and listen to that and just say what's coming through and not try to necessarily piece it together, because that's, if it's for you, you'll know what this is for. Okay, so yes, mushrooms and other fungi are also part of a greater mycelial network, a vast interconnected network of hair-like roots that transfers information to not only other fungi, but plants and trees as well. Absolutely. I've been really fascinated with mushrooms recently. If you're part of my Patreon, you know I just unboxed the Mushroom Spirit Oracle, and I've been using that deck. So the mushroom card supports you as you break down problems into smaller issues and work to solve them separately to make incremental advances in life. The discoveries you make with each step forward can be used to nourish and enrich future projects. So yeah, this is a time for you to kind of get creative, work through things, try different things. You've got a solid foundation here, so don't be afraid to try different things, okay? So everything isn't going to come crumbling down if you try something else. Like I'm imagining these trees here, right? With the orchard. It's like this person sort of trying something different with maybe one of these trees, knowing that there's a plentiful amount of other trees that will be giving rewards. Okay, so what I'm getting to tell you is kind of don't be afraid to change things, to transform, to work through things, to switch up ideas, get creative. I'm getting networking for you is extremely important this week. Like networking, making connections could really help you. Some of you could be, if you're self-employed, for example, like getting to a point where you want to shift things. Some of you are changing prices as well, I want to mention. Shifting your prices. Okay, so if you haven't done that in a while, now might be a time to assess and analyze your prices with the work that you're putting in. Are you getting are you getting like the fair rewards for the effort that you're putting in? Have you run into a challenge that may be best addressed if broken down into smaller pieces? So yeah, any challenges you encountered this week, first of all, I see you being able to completely solve any little problem that comes up this week, because you're in what I'm getting is a very problem-solving energy, and you're coming up with solutions and ideas and creative alternatives are coming up. But yeah, it's saying like, just take one thing at a time, break down any problem or anything you're trying to do this week into small little bite-sized pieces is what's coming through. I think this is going to be a great week for feeling good about what's coming in and where something can go is what's coming through specifically. So you're feeling really positive about where something can go. I also think somebody or multiple people are giving you a lot of appreciation, or you're getting lots of feedback. Like you're getting feedback possibly even through like someone else telling you something like, oh, I've heard what you've done with this and it's amazing. Or like, wow, if you owned a bakery, I tried one of your cookies last week and ran into someone else who was raving about your bakery. Like, that's just a fun little example to kind of like put it into context. But yeah, you're getting lots of really positive feedback. Now is not a time to, what's the word I'm looking for? Here's how I'm going to put it. It's not like anything bad would happen if you keep doing what's been working, but now is a really good time to possibly transform or switch something up, do something a little bit different. And this is specifically in regards to what isn't working, or maybe what needs to be altered, or what needs to be readjusted is what I'm getting. I might have to pause this just because the construction people are. This is like week 8 of construction. I'm really looking forward to it to be done because it's just been harder to record. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I want to maybe look at transform, and then we'll jump to charms, because we're just sort of looking at the energy coming in for this week. So yours is really solid, really great. Something you're working on, has really strong roots is what I'm getting. It's very solid with the trees here, with the tower. Even if you change something, or because this sort of talked about a problem coming up, it's manageable. If you break it down into small things, like don't let it shake you too much. Like this project, this idea, this work, this goal, this vision is solid. Okay, this is solid, and you can really. This is a time imagining Play-Doh. This is a time to mold, transform, reassess, readjust, make some changes. This is a time of assessment. This is solid. I think you're making different connections, or it's encouraging you to make different connections. Be a little bit more social. Leave the kind of door open this week professionally, and also just to do with your passions or your creativity. Leave the door open because you could be making some really solid connections, and I'm getting long-lasting connections specifically. Okay. Wow, listen to this. Can you feel the importance of what is happening for you? You are in a phase where just about anything is possible. To achieve transformation, you must really think it is possible. Believing in yourself and your abilities is key to creating the change being shown to you. So this too could also be talking about your gifts and abilities. Like, you have the knowledge, the skills, the gifts, the talents to make this a success. This is solid. Like, this has a lot of potential here. Okay. And also, I just think people really enjoy working with you. I think you light up a room. I think you do things a little bit different too. You stand out. You definitely stand out. And people are noticing that. You're catching people's attention. Okay. So yeah, believing in yourself and your abilities is key to creating the change being shown to you. You may have wanted a certain outcome, but not really believed it was possible. So it's saying, like, now is the time to believe it is possible. Interesting. It says, to achieve desired changes to your health, be willing to make changes to your behaviors. I think that's specifically talking about hydrate. You know, we're not in control of everything when it comes to maybe our health all the time. But if you're like me, like I've got a Diet Coke here. I've been drinking more so. Like, I get into these like waves of just drinking either Diet Coke or iced coffee. So water is important right now. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, interesting, because it goes on to say you do some things out of habit, some because of the way you were taught, and others because they're easy. So here's the thing. I think you have found your flow with something. I think you have found something that has worked time and time again really solidly, but now might be a time to kind of branch off, try something new, experiment. Okay, I think this is going to be a fun time of experiment for you. Trusting that your foundation's solid, even if it doesn't work, you can readjust, okay? Look at this. Try a new approach to create your change. Absolutely, that's what I've been getting. If needed, get a buddy to do this with you. Okay, here's where the mushroom card comes in. This is a great week. Leave this gate open, okay? Somebody wants to work with you this week. You're either meeting them or it's multiple people, but this is a good week to get somebody to partner up with or join a group, join a team. Okay, so very cool. Let's see here. Reinforce the changes you are making in your life by enlisting the support of your family members or someone you know who will cheer you on. You're highly thought of, absolutely. Repeat the much prized changes to form new positive habits. So this is going to, I think you're, what I love about what's happening for you, group 1, is you seem to be branching off in a new start, or there's new direction. There's a lot of new possibilities for you. It's asking you to kind of embrace this is what I'm getting. Embrace this change. Okay. Very cool. So that's what I'm getting from that. Let's look at your charms, but really positive week ahead of you. I hope that these messages make sense so far. Let's see what the charms have to add. But yeah, you're very highly thought of. People gravitate towards you. The Queen of Wands really is very inspiring, very motivating. The Queen of Wands too, with the mushroom card, is somebody that I'm getting encouragement to tell you, be curious about other people. Ask questions. What worked for you with this? Like what, you know, team up, ask questions, get advice. Now would be a good time to like attend like a motivational, I don't know, like something that would motivate you, or go to a craft show, or go to like an event or something that would be motivating or creative for you. But yeah, stay connected right now, because these connections also could be long lasting. Like you could meet someone literally this week that, you know, is somebody you connect with more long term, and there could be a lot of potential in this relationship is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see here what the charms and the letters and the numbers have to say. Oh, we had one pop out. I'll have to go see what that is. What do we have here? Oh, it's the lemon. So the lemon, I'll pick it up with my toe here. The lemon represents, sometimes to me, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I think you're good at doing that. I think you're good at, with the transform card, sort of adapting to change. I think you're somebody who is generally very good at, I'm getting pit stops or having to kind of reassess and make changes where necessary. So I just think this is telling you it's one of those times where you may be doing that, okay? Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I'm getting that you're very adaptable, and specifically when it comes to achieving this goal, okay, or saying to be adaptable. I think you're, I don't know if I already said it, but I think you're somebody who's really good at adapting with, the word trends is coming in, but I don't know if that's what it is. More so like you're good at riding different waves. Now might be a time too to kind of pay attention to, especially if you're in something like content creation, maybe you're thinking of transforming that a little bit, right? Because we do have the Queen of Wands, which can be somebody who is a little bit in the spotlight creatively. So things like content creation, business ownership, something creative. This is somebody who pursues their passion. So there could be time to kind of like, okay, let's experiment. Let's try something else here. Okay, you've got Capricorn energy here. You've got the star. Yes, for sure. You're definitely in the spotlight in a certain way, or something will be in the spotlight with your highly thought of. Like somebody's paying attention to you. Somebody's noticed something that you're doing. I'm getting to not resist movement, okay? Not resist change right now. Because earlier I was getting there's something that has worked for you, or you've kind of gotten into the flow of it. It's time to branch off here. I'm getting the tree. A lot of with the trees you have. You've got lots of trees, so it's time to branch off here. Start something new. Trial and error. Okay. You've got to create... Okay, I'm getting a specific message. Okay, so if this is for you, you'll know. You've gotten a creative idea recently. The cards are telling you to not dismiss it too quickly, okay? Like, or there could be something to work with this idea. You've got like an imaginative idea. Don't dismiss this too soon, okay? Like see what, if it doesn't work exactly as you thought about it, like what can you take from it? I'm getting cut and paste. There's something about cutting and pasting here. Patience right now, with the Seven of Pentacles included, but patience right now. What you're doing is working. Again, you've got the solid foundation. You're highly thought of. You've got a lot of potential here. There's so much, and there's probably different things happening underneath or beneath the surface that you're not even aware of right now. So just be patient. Don't keep yourself too limited right now, and also don't let your insecurities keep you from trying something new, okay? You've got a lot about like slow and steady results, essentially slow and steady results. Solid foundation. Again, this is like, you might be seeing people doing things very quickly in ways that are like, I'm getting flashy, or like whatever you're doing is more long standing, or it's going to last longer. something you're doing is evergreen, is what I'm getting. It's evergreen. You can change it or you shift it, you transform it, but it's the base of it, this foundation of it is evergreen. Is that making sense? I hope so. You might feel like you're in a bit of like a time pinch, but I'm getting to tell you you've got more time than you think. You've got more time to work with than you think. And there's definitely lots of messages here about there's more beneath the surface that you're not aware of. So just think of the little, you know, hair-like connections that the mushroom card was talking about. With recycling too, like there's something that you used to do that maybe you're shifting, turning into something new. You're remolding it, shifting it, changing it. Let's get you some letters and we'll get some, or numbers first, and we'll get some letters. Okay, I'm going to flip these intuitively. I'm going to read you 41. I'm also going to read you 110. Okay, 41. You've got wishes made. Hope is faith that in divine timing you'll get what you need. Your angels want you to discard a specific timeline for the arrival of what you want. That's what I was just saying. Like you feel like you're in a time pinch, but you're not. Wish for those things to come, but detach from how and when they do. So for you, I'm getting group 1. Keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working. You know, what you're doing is absolutely working. You may be sort of like closely observing changes, kind of like, okay, when is this changing? You know, what's happening with this? I'm getting to kind of like maybe step away and let these changes happen naturally. Okay. Like if you do make some changes or some shifts to something, you might be like immediately checking to see, is it working? Is it working? Give it a little bit of time. Write down something you feel stressed about presently and bury the paper as a symbolic gesture that good things will grow in time. And the other thing is, if something stressful is happening right now, the cards are wanting you to break it down into little manageable bite-sized pieces rather than trying to like, you know, climb this kind of insurmountable kind of problem and manage it all at once. You've got some time here. You've got, it's personal. So your journey is unique. Absolutely, Queen of Wands. It's easy to look around and be distracted by others' personal... This is exactly what I was just saying. It's easy to look around and be distracted by others' personal journeys and endeavors in life. But today, the angels call on you to focus only on your own. So this is very true. Like, keep your focus on what you're doing. Don't pay too much attention to what other people are building. Like, look at this person in their orchard. Like, gates open. They're welcoming other different relationships in, but really they're focused on their own orchard. Okay, they're not really focused on what anyone else is really doing. Okay, so comparing your path to the paths of others is not the way forward. Today, take a moment to meditate on your own personal path to the divine and in what ways you've grown along the way. So that's really important, group 1 with the 7 of Pentacles, is to observe and recognize the ways you've grown, even if there's changes you really want to make. Like, really see the progress that you've made. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a lot. It's okay. We'll flip them over. I'll give you a chance to see what you see. Always check the comments too. There's always really great suggestions. You've also got a 10 here. These also could be dates as well, right? Now we're looking at a week ahead technically, but these are timeless readings. So I just sort of wanted a reading for the very near future. Okay. So you've got gentle, came, you've got I love you to the moon and back. So let me know what you see. I see the word do we have a W? I was going to say new, but boss, somebody's boss. You know, the boss could be the person that's thinking highly of you right now, your boss, or have a Y. No. It briefly mentioned like doing some things that make you feel good this week as far as like your body goes. So hydrate was one. It's such a specific message, but if that, you know, don't overhydrate, but like if you haven't had water today, maybe have a glass of water, a nice cold glass of water with ice or something. Do we have an I? Because I would have seen cruise. start. Again, look in the comments too. Huge changes. So let me know what you see, Group 1. I really hope that you enjoyed today's message. I hope that it was resonated for you and made sense with your situation. And we will see you next time. If you chose Le Soleil, I hope I said that right, the sun, then this is your messages for the week ahead. So for you, I chose a different deck, specifically for you, Group 2. I went and got the Good Karma Tarot just because I saw this beautiful sun and I thought of this deck. So this is your deck for today. Let's see what you need to know about this week. We had 2 cards pop out. You've got Justice and the Star. Okay. You've got some big energy over the next 7 days. Okay, so this is some pretty intense things happening. And one of the things I want to say is I think you're going to feel a lot more. Now, whether this is in regards to a decision or in regards to something that's currently happening, something's getting resolved, or there's a reason to be hopeful about the outcome of something is what I'm getting, okay? There's reason to be optimistic and hopeful about how something is going to happen. If you're waiting for, favorable results. If you're waiting for a response with something, if you're waiting for a decision in regards to something, if you're making a decision, if something is being resolved, just trust that it's going to work out in a favorable way, okay? Let's see. You've got the Death card and the 3 of Swords. Okay. Very interesting. Let's get some more Oracle here. So this is I'm really feeling something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Something that has been causing a lot of grief for you. A lot of grief. Okay, now I'm getting something specific, but mystery, concealment, and illusion with the Moth. Okay, look at this. Look what just popped out here. Purse, pay attention to your finances. Okay, we'll get to that. I'm sort of just leaving it open to the cards to talk about several different things. But by the way, there's like blue-green dye on my hands. I was dyeing a dress with fabric dye. Okay, you've got bridge. So successfully overcoming a problem. Absolutely. So yeah, I feel like you're waiting to hear, like, I think for some of you, it's waiting to hear back on somebody's decision or something like that. Or I'm getting something is getting resolved this week, or something is getting finalized, completed. For 1 or 2 of you, this could actually be something like divorce papers or something being signed, okay? But this does feel like it's sort of like with the bridge, it's bringing you to the next phase of something, okay? There's reason to be optimistic about the future. So even if this hasn't been easy to deal with, there's reason to be optimistic about the future, okay? So that's my first instinct, or my first feeling in regards to this. Now, you also have pay attention to your finances. One thing that could be happening here is you could be with the element of justice here, the balance element. You could be bringing this week, like bringing finances or budgeting into balance could be sort of like a bit of a priority for you. This could be something happening as well that is making you feel a little bit more optimistic or a little bit more hopeful in regards to a financial matter. Okay, so let's just see a little bit more. There could even be something like a windfall, possibly, but pay attention to your finances. The cards are really wanting you to balance your budget this week. Group 2, what is happening this week for Group 2? Oh my goodness. Okay, a bunch of cards flew out. You've got modify, and one more fell on the ground. Hidden blessings. Interesting. Compassion. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. I think you've got a lot going on here, Group 2. A lot happening for you. Okay, one thing I want to say to you here is there could be a situation this week where you're being encouraged to show some compassion for someone because there's something happening possibly behind the scenes or something that somebody's concealing, okay? So you may be extending some compassion this week towards somebody, all right? You've got hidden blessing. So something that happened that was quite painful brings with it a hidden blessing, which when it happens, it's like, yeah, right. Like, what are you talking about? But sometimes with mystery, concealment, illusion, sometimes beneath the surface, of course, when it's happening, it's like there's no other way to look at this. But there's two different sides to this, okay? There is something I think you'll find this week. There was a hidden blessing to some sort of hurt or something that happened. I'm getting a lot about there's two sides to something this week that you're going to find, okay? It's getting revealed to you, okay? You've got modify. I'm seeing some of you modifying your spending or making changes in regards to spending this week. Okay, budgeting, doing maybe some sort of savings challenge or something like that. Taking a look at your, even things like subscriptions or memberships to things can sometimes, we forget about them, right? Sometimes it's important to do that. But yeah, paying attention to spending, finances. I think one thing I want to say is I think you're taking a really very close, honest look at something. And it may be difficult, okay? Again, take what resonates for you. Everyone's situation is very different, but you could be taking a very hard look at a situation when it comes to finances, spending. I even recently looked at just interest rates on different interest rates I've been paying and interest charges and hidden kind of cost to things and things that I had signed up for, and it added up to like too much. And I hadn't really looked at it that honestly. So there is sort of a feeling here this week about you being really honest in regards to finances, whatever that means for you, okay? And, something could have also happened that sort of forced you to do it. There was a hidden blessing, maybe something happened where, oh gosh, what could it be? Like you lost your debit card briefly and it sent you into kind of a panic, and then you found it at home and realized, okay, I've got to get organized here. Like something like that. Like I'm just trying to throw out little examples, but yeah, there's a feeling of like getting really honest this week in regards to something and making changes to bring something into better balance, okay? Specifically when it talks, because finance is a theme, so that's what it's talking about. Okay, let's see what else I'm getting. I want to say the situation is improving, and what I'm getting to tell you is you've got ability to make a significant change with something. You've got the ability to make a significant change here. Have some compassion for yourself too, okay? So if you've gotten yourself into, or life has sort of happened and your finances aren't where you wanted it to be, have some compassion for yourself, for your past self, and go from there. I feel like you could be setting some new financial goals as well. Something happened though that sort of was uncomfortable, but in the long run, it's going to be a good thing, okay? This is going to be a good thing for you. I'm seeing what else is coming through. There's something else underneath here I can't quite pick up on. I might have to pull another card here. Okay, let me get, I'm sensing something, but I'm not seeing it here. Group 2. Anything else coming through this week? Maybe it's this moth card throwing me off because there's mystery to this. There's something being concealed. What's being concealed? Oh, there it is. That's 5 of Swords. Page of Coins, Queen of Cups. Somebody took advantage of your kindness, of your generosity. Okay, somebody's motives could be revealed this week, okay? And I'm getting specifically before you get to invested, okay? So that's what's underneath this. So somebody, I'm getting, is sort of just really looking out for themselves in a situation, and they could be taking advantage of your compassion, your kindness, your generosity, and kind of seeing how it can benefit themselves. So, you know, this hidden blessing could be seeing this before you get too invested in this person, okay? There could be somebody who has been using something, using something that is sort of a sore spot for you in order to, I don't like saying this, but in order to kind of like get them to where they want to be, okay? So again, I think there could be a hidden blessing in seeing this. This could be financial in nature, okay? Somebody financially sort of taking you for granted or possibly taking advantage of your generosity and your compassion. So just be aware of that. The good news, group 2, is that I think everything's kind of coming into view this week. Everything, you can see the truth about a lot of things this week. So I think this is good. Now, whether this is about your finances, certain things like this, whether this is how to overcome a problem successfully, something possibly getting resolved. The important thing is this is the end of sort of these two came out together. So this is the end of sort of this challenging energy here of something that's been causing you a lot of like you've been ruminating on it, okay? You're making really beneficial changes this week. You're modifying certain things, making changes. This, again, is coming from a place of honesty with yourself. You're ready for change. I think you're ready for change. And this change I'm getting is going to stick. It's going to stick. Got Leo, Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio here. Yeah. I want to look at your charms, but that's what we've got for this week, okay? So we've got kind of a lot of messages coming through at once. So let's do a quick little recap before we jump to charms. This is a week of change for you with Modify, the Death card. You're making different changes. You're making decisions this week. And that's it. Like this, once these decisions are made, you're really dedicated and you're set on this. And these decisions are really pointing you in a better direction. You're doing things that are going to improve your life. You know, they're going to improve things for yourself. And part of this for you could be finances. So whatever that means for you. You're successfully overcoming some sort of problem. Okay. So something's getting resolved. You're happy with the result of this. You've got some positive karma coming in your way. I will mention too, I don't know if I said that specifically. You know, again, I see that you're a very caring, compassionate person. So you've got some of this positive karma coming in your way. I think it's going to be a very healing week for you as well. You're going to see the hidden blessing. You were able to avoid something that was concealed. Someone's motives are sort of revealed, or at least you can see them like, I think you can see them very clearly, or something's getting confirmed, but you can kind of see. You know what? A good way to summarize this is you know where to invest your energy, okay? You're being very decisive this week. You're making decisions and possibly even weighing options for yourself, weighing different options. But this is a week of really beneficial changes for yourself. You're overcoming problems. You're in a very, in general, collectively this week, there's a very like, okay, I want to come up with solutions to this. I want to modify and make changes that I have to make. Why don't we quickly read Modify and then we'll move to Charms, just because I read for group 1, so I like to read once in a while. Okay, so it says, okay, yep, take steps to create positive change as you adjust to your new life, okay? So are you holding on to past situations and dwelling on them? Be willing to release the past and let yourself change your thinking. Easier said than done, I get that. It's important to remember that your soul is having a physical experience. Your physical body is not your soul. Work to embrace this belief and it will transform your attitude towards many things in life. Work on releasing your fears and learn to affirm the good in a situation. So that's kind of connects to this, because there's something good that's coming out of this situation in a weird way, okay? For some of you, it might be more obvious. For others, it might be really hidden, concealed, okay? Positive emotions are linked to effort, focus, energy, and inspiration. Your emotions and actions influence your body. They can raise or lower your energy and impact your physical body and health. Positive thinking will enhance your energy. Fake it until you make it, that is. You may not feel happy or powerful, but act as if you are. Okay, again, easier said than done, but I think I know what it's trying to say. Right now with the sun, the star, you need to be focused on solutions. What can I do? I'm not in control of XYZ, but what can I do? You know, what am I in control of? You might have to look really hard, but there's something you can grasp or change or make changes to. Okay, we're not in control of everything, but there's something you can make a decision about, or you can commit to, or you can do this week. Two, like focus on things that are inspiring to you this week and positive and make you feel good. Get outside, get some fresh air. Again, this is a week about positive, beneficial changes. So what do you need to do to bring a little bit of that, you know, a little bit of that positivity into your day? For me, it's like literally yesterday, I was just cleaning up my room. I painted a shelf here that I had gotten from a friend. She was getting rid of it, so I painted it. I went and picked up a new candle. I went for like a 45-minute walk. I got myself a tea at Starbucks, like little things, and it really did shift my day. So that's the kind of thing you're looking at here. When you make the adjustment and act as if you are happy, your mood will shift positively. So I think what that's saying is like do things that generally put you in good spirits and a good mood, and this could be making a really big difference for you this week, okay? It did mention try not to fixate on this because something has changed. Something has come to an end. I'm seeing this here. But again, the hidden blessing, you may have yet to find out what that is, but it is there, okay? It's in the future, possibly. Very interesting. Let's get some charms here and see what's going on for you. Getting to, there could be somebody that wants to make contact to correct. I'm getting they want to correct something, clarify a statement. I don't know though. Yeah, there's somebody that wants to, but my fear for you though is you're so compassionate, which is not a bad thing. This just slid out. Now this could be more symbolic. Like I think you're just a very generous, compassionate person. So you know, you may be, again, compassion's not a bad thing, but we did have that 5 of Swords when asking for clarification about what was hidden, right? So someone's motives may not be all that they're letting on, okay? Someone's kind of thinking about how something can benefit them. Again, that doesn't mean it's necessarily, you know, always a bad thing. Sometimes in life we are thinking about, okay, well, you know, what do I need right now, okay? But I'm just saying, like, careful where you invest your energy this week, okay? Group 2. Get you some angel numbers as well. Okay, so you've got luck in regards to... yeah, something you're sort of like on high alert about, or you've got on your mind, you're really paying attention to it. There's something lucky connected to something you're on high alert about. Okay, you've got, bam, you've got this. You've also got Gemini energy here. Okay, gentle. Okay, yes. This is making me think of the Justice card as well. The Queen of Swords being next to it. Like, you need to stand firm on a decision, okay? There's something this week you need to stand firm on a decision. Also, if this is in regards to finances for you with the financial card, the purse card, having a very, like a plan right now is important, okay? Sort of get organized with this. Could really help. Like there's some solid, concrete changes you can make or things you can modify this week that are going to help you overcome a problem. But you need to be like, first of all, you need to stand your ground with something this week. I'm getting you need to stand firm. You've got the umbrella over here that fell out. But you need to stand firm on something. You've got the sunflower here, which is nice with the card you chose. You know, it just feels like this week is shifting your outlook on certain things about like how manageable something is. I'm getting to also sort of tell you to trust in the unknown. Things might not be exactly how they seem right now with the Hidden Blessings card, right? Like there's some, you know, and sometimes if this was like rejection or something, you know, that saying, rejection is protection. So sometimes it can be, right? There's a hidden blessing. Hidden blessing is one of those cards that's like, it's usually talking about something where we can't see the blessing at the time, right? Because it's hidden. With the Moth card, it's concealed. But it's there. We might not know what it is yet. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just... You've got something here, like, it's so funny because there is somebody, I think, trying to make contact. Someone's trying to get your attention. Somebody also could be wondering why, this is like a whole different reading in itself, so I don't want to like dig too deep into it, but you've changed. Like somebody's sort of like having a hard time, I'm getting, figuring you out. Okay, someone's having a hard time figuring you out right now. I'm getting to tell you to be confident in the small changes that you're making, adding up to big results, okay? Like something you're doing right now that sort of seems small, incremental. This is a bit of a theme today too, but like small little things are adding up for you. So I'm getting to like stay optimistic about the effort that you're putting in here. Got the lemon. This can make me think of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You're making the best out of a situation. There is somebody you're having to like, honestly, this keeps coming through. There's somebody you're sort of having to be firm with on a decision this week, okay? They may kind of try to test you, or maybe because they understand that you're compassionate, very generous, they think they can change your mind, but getting to stand your ground with something. This can be in regard to finances. It could be like, for example, significant other or something like that, right? But yeah, someone's sort of trying to test your, test how solid you are, how firm you're standing on a decision, okay? So just keep, you know, stay firm with this, stay firm with your decision. You also seem a little bit secretive this week. I feel like you're keeping, maybe, you know, with the Moth card, maybe secretive isn't the word, but you're not revealing everything necessarily. You're not revealing everything, okay? You're not revealing all of your I'm getting your grand plans. You seem very in control of different changes that you're making. This is a new start for you, okay? And with the Star, the Justice card, I'm seeing different things coming into balance for you, both in regards to possibly this Purse card, but just, I'm getting that expression, turning a new leaf, okay? Improvements for sure, successfully overcoming a problem, right? And there's definitely the feeling of like something finalized, something getting finalized this week, something completed, finalized. You can kind of like move on from this. I think I said earlier it could be divorce papers, okay, finalized of a separation, something like that. Okay, you've got 1111, okay, let's read number 83 out of the Angel book. This is the book I've been reading, by the way. I just picked it up. I was shopping, and I saw it. I thought, why not? Ownership, take responsibility. Okay, yes. Okay, I think this could be talking about the Purse card or just really anything in your life. I think you're taking responsibility of like different things you want to change with the modified card. You have the ability to change your life by changing your thoughts and subsequent reactions. Think about how you can take ownership of your emotions, thoughts, and actions towards everything you do today. So we did have a little bit of that about in the modified card, kind of talking about like, you know, it talked about doing things that make us feel a little bit more positive. So I think this too is like taking responsibility. Don't give anyone else the power over your happiness is what I'm getting to tell you, okay? Contemplate how you can own an emotion, thought, or action that you previously disregarded. I think you're in a phase right now where you're being very honest with yourself about your relationships, about your spending, possibly with the Purse card, about different changes you want to make. And you're not doing it in like an overly critical kind of like, oh my gosh, like you're not beating yourself up. You're having compassion for yourself. And that I think is going to make this stick. Because when you're too hard on yourself, you know, it can make us kind of feel defeated, and it can make us feel like our own worst enemy. So you're really on your own team right now, okay? I think you, in general, are a very, what you see is what you get kind of person. Very upfront, very honest. I think you tend to tell people different changes that you're making and different things that are happening. So I would say this week, again, it's not about being secretive, but you need to kind of look out for yourself this week, okay? Is a strong message I'm getting to tell you. Look out for yourself. Doesn't mean you're not looking out for others, but you need to protect yourself, protect your energy, okay? Set firm boundaries. Possibly specifically with a Gemini, but you did have, got the word gentle twice. Be gentle with yourself with this process. But yeah, possibly the Gemini, but I mean, you had like Leo, you had Aquarius, you had Scorpio, you had Libra, you had like a lot there, so, okay. And then sometimes I'll pick up on signs like in this made me think of earth signs, so air signs with the Pegasus, right? So we've got like a lot of options here, but the ones I mentioned could resonate, but if not, that's okay. Okay, let's see here. Look in the comments for suggestions. I'm seeing the word ease into these changes with modify. I think you're going to have to be very direct with something here. Let me just pause this so you can see this. If you need to pause the video, you can. Okay. But yeah, I think you're going to have to be very direct, okay? This week with what you're saying, your decisions. Again, I think a decision is being tested. Someone's going to try to test and see if you're really standing firm with this. Stand firm with your decisions this week. Okay, don't wobble with them. So being direct is something that I'm getting to tell you. Direct. Be honest this week, okay? With the Sun, Justice card, be honest. Just be honest this week, okay? I think you, again, you're a very compassionate, loving person, and you might kind of try to conceal or hide the truth in order to protect someone's feelings, but at the expense of, is it at the expense of your own, is my question? Like, I'm seeing the word serotonin. Again, like that card said, like what makes you feel hopeful and happy? Like I gave you a few examples of what I did yesterday, right? Because I'm like terrified on a daily basis. I had to literally, when I say I'm starting over, I mean from every possible way you could be starting over. And there's like lots of things I'm anxious about right now. So every day I'm just trying to like do little things that are like, you know, making me feel a little bit more optimistic. So yesterday it was just getting a tea, going for a little walk, lighting a new candle, painting a shelf. I'll show you the shelf. It's really cute. But yeah, that's all I did. And I did some laundry. Like I know it seems like everyday things, but you know, I just tried to kind of like be thankful for the little things yesterday. So if you can do that and make a sort of a practice of that, like think of like, please in the comments, leave me something like, what is something that cheers you up? You know, is it checking out a new little shop or like vintage antique shop? Is it going to the thrift store? Is it, you know, is it like, you know, getting a new outfit or something? Is it going to the library? Is it picking up a new book? Is it watching like a specific movie? Is there a certain movie that always makes you laugh, or like, is it a comfort show? You know, let me know. But like, that's something to focus on this week. Okay. Hole. I'm getting, some of you are trying to dig yourself out of a hole with the purse card. You can do it. One thing at a time, okay? One thing at a time. There could be some more changes that could help you, but it's going to require a lot of honesty. Because with pay attention, honesty, like it's saying pay attention to this. Okay. Oh, I see reach. Reach. That's cute with this one. This one's like reach for the stars. Reach. Seeing the word virtual. Seeing lots of words today. That's very rare. So let me know, group 2, did this resonate? Does this make sense? Let me know at the end of the week. Does this all happen? You've got lots coming in this week, so let me know if this is making sense. I really hope that it does. Good week of change for you. This is definitely weeks of finalizing things, transformations, kind of getting to the kind of new chapter of something with the bridge card. The bridge card is a really phenomenal card for a week ahead. You know, some things are hidden blessings right now that you might not be able to see because, again, it's still concealed. But it's looking good, though. You've got the star here. Remember that. So let me know what you think, group 2. We will see you next 3. If you chose the witch card, then this is your message for the week ahead. We're doing a message you're meant to hear type day. These are my favorite readings. And interestingly, I was sort of going with like a springtime theme when I was first, you know, sitting down to do today's reading. Or just like springtime energy. Yet the tarot deck that called me for you was the Haunted House Tarot of all the decks. But I let the decks kind of choose, so to speak, choose, you know, they choose you. So if you were drawn to group 3, you've got the Haunted House Tarot. So being that you chose the witch, you've got the Haunted House Tarot, there is kind of like a whimsical, kind of mysterious, magical sort of element to this. Okay, so let's see what's going on this week. You've got the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Okay. This is very clear, group 3. Now, I'm really loving this rainbow here. Now, these two came out together. These two came out together. So this is giving me a very specific message. This week, right now, I feel like you're heavily ruminating and very fixated on whatever this 10 of Swords represents for you, okay? Painful ending. Something where you feel like maybe I'm getting specifically lack of closure. But what I'm getting is something was meant to end here to open you up to new possibilities with the 7 of Cups that are going to be, oh my gosh, just so much better. Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles here, I think if you chose group 3, you could have recently, and this won't resonate for everyone, okay, so I'll give some alternative messages as we continue along here, but I would be willing to bet if you chose group 3, there could be something that ended recently. I'm getting a heavy feeling of lack of closure with something. It could have been a job that ended, okay, you got fired, you don't know why really, or you kind of feel like, okay, what's going on with that? Laid off from a job, potentially, you know, a possibility that you'd really had your heart set on suddenly ended with no real explanation. Relationship, somebody started acting differently, maybe somebody ghosted you, a breakup, divorce, whatever this is a painful ending. But what I love about this card is this is a really unusual 10 of Swords, I would say. Because you see that rainbow there, the sunrise, it's quite striking. And this deck I want to mention is pretty moody. I love this deck, but it's got almost like a haunted sort of, it's very like moody, you know, it's the nighttime images and this is quite stunningly beautiful. So, you know, hopefully that gives you hope in regards to whatever this is, because I'm seeing you kind of fixated on it, ruminating, you know, it possibly could be keeping you up at night here. But here's where things get interesting, okay? So this ending is a bit of a theme this week, I will say. Group 2 had something kind of similar, not exactly, but you're entering a time of great abundance and possibility for you. I'm getting a really stable time. It's specifically in regards to your independence. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily single, but this is a time for you to kind of ask yourself, what do I want? Like this is for you this week. You could be given different choices, options, or just even reflecting on choices. And a lot of this, I think, has to do with like what you value, like what do you imagine for your future? You know, so let's get a little bit more detail here about what's happening specifically this week. But this is kind of like the themes of what's going on. I want to say, though, group 3, it's improvements, okay? I just find it interesting you've got these two and then these two together. Okay, group 3. I think you're walking away from something or somebody. Seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. Okay, so one thing I'm getting for you, group 3, is to please be open-minded to what else could be. All right, now isn't necessarily a time to, it's so funny because sometimes the 7 of Cups can talk about when we're hesitating to make a decision or we're really feeling unsure. we're kind of second guessing ourselves or changing our mind. But in this case, I'm getting to actually, this is actually the right thing to do. This is so sudden, right? It's such a shift. So I'm actually getting, this is a good time to kind of explore your options, to fantasize, to daydream, to kind of contemplate, imagine. This is a really good time to do this. And while this is happening, I'm getting to keep investing into yourself. Keep investing into yourself. This is about you, okay? It doesn't mean you're being selfish, but right now is sort of a time to really, I'm getting focused in on yourself right now. What do you have here? Get clear. Absolutely. So this happening, there's a bit of a theme today of like hidden blessings, okay? So this happening has certainly made you clear about something, okay? Something you don't want to go back to, something you don't want to repeat, something you don't want to have happen again, or possibly what do you want, okay? So this is, I think, a week of you getting clear about, okay, well, what else? What else is out there? What else can I do here, okay? With open-mindedness. I might want to read this one, but I just want to get the rest of your cards here. So group 3, what is happening? Oh, okay, you had a bunch pop out here, so we'll take them all. Why not? Interesting, you've got March mentioned here. We're in March as I record this. You could be watching this in October 2027 for all I know. But if you're watching this in March, there could just be a connection to March this week. This could have happened in March. This could be saying that March is a month where you're really getting clear about what you want. You're feeling very reflective. But again, I'm getting this as a good thing. This is helping you get clear. You're really exploring options this week. And this is specifically about like what you want to invest yourself into, okay, with seeds. What do I want to focus on? What do I want to do with my business? What do I want to, like, where do I want to work? Like, this ending is really opened up new possibilities for you. You know, I'm getting to tell you, instead of worrying about, this is easier said than done, but try to shift your focus. Instead of like worrying about like, what could I have done differently? What did I do wrong? Why did this end? Could I have changed it? Can I go back? What else is out there? Like, so I'm getting to kind of just shift, get clear, and also get clear about like what you can't change, right? I'm getting to get clear about what you can't change. You've got the ant here. So work, achievement, success. You've got target, a very goal-oriented person, a broken wish. So a specific wish will not be granted, but this is not blocking your success. I think for a few of you watching, this actually might be fueling you a little bit. This is one of those times where, you know that quote, success is the best revenge? You might resonate with that right now. I like to think about the quote, the best revenge is no revenge, be happy, move on. So that might be what you're doing. But, you know, I think this wish that wasn't granted, this ending, is really, I think, reminding you that it wasn't the only option. This wasn't the only thing. It wasn't the only person. It's not the only job. It's not the only house. There's so much more out there. And I think this week you're really kind of seeing that. And I think with open-mindedness, it's just saying, be open-minded, get clear your mind a little bit, possibly. I think this week, one good thing to do is, if you can, take, a day off to kind of just indulge, have a nice day, treat yourself to something this week. I'm getting to spoil yourself this week. Really spoil yourself. Whatever that means for you. Here's the thing. I think you're a very focused person. You're a very hard worker. And I think when things don't happen according to plan, like when things don't go, you don't hit that target, whether it's time, like this could have to do with timeline. I'm getting some of you are concerned about like, oh gosh, I already passed this age. I thought I'd be here at this age. I thought I'd have this job by this age, or I'd be married, whatever, XYZ, fill in the blank. You're a very goal-focused person. I see you as a very hard worker. So when I feel like something doesn't work, like you've invested yourself into this relationship, you did your best at this job, you tried your best with this resume, you didn't get the job. Like this didn't happen. But again, it's not blocking you from other opportunities. Your message, group 3, is coming through the clearest. I feel like somebody has something to say to you. Somebody is sending you this message. Let's get to a little bit more detail. Actually, I want to read you Get Clear so we can get clear. Oh, things are falling over. We can get clear about what this is saying. That's number 41. I'm just getting to tell you this broken wish is not blocking your success. Far from it. Far from it. You know, you're a hard worker. You're going to get to this target. This was just one way that didn't work. This road was blocked. This didn't happen this way. And I see that you're very, it's all kind of coming together now, because I think this is all directed towards yourself. Like, what could I have done? Should I have done this? Could I have said this differently? Like, you're really being hard on yourself, and kind of at night, I know that's for me, like that's when all the, you know, thoughts flood in of like, oh, like my worries and all my concerns, you know. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so take a moment to stop and think about what your intentions truly are regarding this situation. I'm thinking you know what's interesting about this is sometimes things don't work and we might intuitively know that it really wasn't meant to be this wish, but it still stings, right? So I think it could be one of those situations. And I really am noticing this open mind card with your 7 of Cups. I think you're really being encouraged to keep an open mind, because I don't know that you really, like, I think part of you knows that this wasn't meant to be, this wish. There's sort of a bittersweetness to this that I'm picking up. The reason I say that is I was just watching that movie Chocolat, and I heard Vivienne, I think the character's name. Sometimes I'll just hear a quote from a movie or see a movie scene. Sometimes I speak and I say it, and other times I just hold it in, and it kind of helps me come to my messages. But anyways, Vivienne, I just heard bitter chocolate, that's for you. So I'm thinking this is bittersweet. Bitter chocolate, that's for you. Okay. This is necessary to ensure you manifest what you want rather than what you don't want. Whoa. Were you manifesting, because with the witch, right? Were you manifesting something you didn't really want? You know, or what, like, I feel like this ending is kind of getting you clear about what you do want to manifest. Whatever this 10 of Swords is, this wishbone is really getting you clear. It's really like helping things come into focus for you. Writing a list may help you track your intentions, identify a course of action, and focus on your desire. Right now, that's important, focusing on what you do want rather than what's already behind you. It may also highlight gaps in the information you currently have at hand. So you could be feeling sort of not clear right now because you need more information, okay? So with seeds, like with new ideas, maybe seeking out new ideas, new information could help. We'll keep going here and see what else comes up. Follow up on what you need to know. Yeah, so there could be like, in order to reach this goal, to get this success, there could be some information you need to seek out this week. If you're like worrying about something, a lot of times information is what kind of cures this worry, right? Information, knowledge is power, right? So this could be a matter of like, I've got a question, I'm going to seek out the answer this week. I'm going to get clear. What do I need to do? Share your concerns and goals with those guiding you or someone you feel safe sharing with. Absolutely. Being clear is a matter of setting parameters on how you would like life to unfold. So, you know, an ant works with a group of ants, right? It's not like a solitary ant. When have you ever in your life seen an ant working on its own? I don't think ever. I've never seen it. So keep in mind, this is a group effort, okay? Don't stew and ruminate and, you know, sit and make yourself sick thinking about this when you've got, you know, support around you, okay? Reinforcement is what I'm getting, okay? You've got the word success here twice. There's people that can help you with this, okay? So you need to, you know, reach out if need be, okay? I'm seeing 2 people here. What's interesting with the owl too. Gosh, I love these haunted house cards. But yeah, I think with the owl, there could be someone with some advice possibly coming in, or a new idea. Lately, I've been getting a lot about like a friend giving advice or someone giving advice, and it's something you kind of know already, but just the way they phrase it or the way they say something, it just kind of reminds you of what you already know. When it comes to your well-being, it is vital to be clear about your intentions and desires. So at the very least, this did make you clear, I think. Also, pay attention to your body. Like if something's giving you red flags, believe your body, trust your body. Once you know what you want and why you want it, you can begin to access those feelings. This could have told you more about what it is you want. Like why, you know what I mean? Like sometimes Nine of Swords can tell us a lot about like what we truly want and maybe what we don't want. Okay. Yeah, interesting. From the feeling, the manifestation is formulated and comes into shape. I want to keep going here because it kind of describes the image. A woman is holding a stack of paper. It says, she appears to be meditating. A sparrow serenades her. The pages represent possibilities that are yet to be discovered, as well as the clarity that comes from writing things down. So this week, write some things down, make notes, make plans, you know, write down ideas, because I think they're flooding in kind of. Sparrows are thought to be messengers. In the ancient Egyptians are said to have believed sparrows carried the souls of deceased loved ones to heaven. Beautiful. The sparrow here may signify, oh wow, I just got chills. Did I not say someone's sending you this message? I think I did. I hope I didn't just think it, but someone's sending you this. The sparrow here may signify support from a significant deceased loved one who you may have been thinking of. The woman in the background sits in contemplation. Look for signs that will bring you more clarity. Someone you can share insights with is experiencing similar circumstances. I wish I had said what I was thinking. I almost said that. So I think somebody you know has recently or can really relate to this, whatever this is, whether it is a job, a relationship, a divorce, a house that didn't end up, like the house you wanted that fell through, whatever this is, okay? There is somebody that can kind of like, you can connect with, right? With the ant. Like there's some support here, okay? Number 3, you're reaching your goals here, but just be open-minded to how it could happen. Okay, there's other possibilities, and you're discovering that now, I think. I think you're discovering it. It's just, I think, maybe a little overwhelming. New ideas, hope, open-mindedness. Absolutely. New ideas could be flooding in. Get clear about them. Write them down. Writing down. It specifically talked about the pad of paper and writing things down. I think that's important. Okay. Wow, group 3. Okay, let's get you some charms and letters and numbers. Oh, never mind. I'm being called to get you one of these. Sometimes I'll get a message to like do something or pick up a certain deck and then I try to kind of ignore it for a second. Companionship. Yes. Okay. You're not alone. 100%. And then it's sort of like a stubborn feeling. So you've got companionship. Let me look at this. Okay. So when we looked at your card with the person in the background, it's definitely saying like now is the time to lean into support systems, whether it's professional, whether it's someone who can give you guidance, whether it is a friend, a family member, your partner, it's interesting because, whether it's a significant other, because this is the thing, like I'm seeing it, you're a very independent person. Okay. I'm seeing that with the 9 of Pentacles. I'm seeing you as very independent. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing. And I think right now what you're doing is you're really focusing on what I want, but it doesn't mean you're not reaching out for guidance or support or, anything like that. Okay. I think you being so independent might sometimes be what makes you so hard on yourself. Okay. Goddess comes to tell you that you never need to feel lonely, for she is always with you. She manifests her love in all of creation. All beings are connected in this way. Her love can flow like a river from one to another through people, animals, plants, trees, and elements. Goddess is here to remind you that your place in the chain is vital. Even on the days when you feel as though you have nothing to give, just by existing, you have played an essential part. She comes to remind you the value of companionship. She encourages you to find some way today to show another being some love, a smile, a hug, a friendly gesture, a compliment, or kindness. If you know someone who seems like they need a companion, consider going out of your way to be friendly to them. Goddess needs the weakened links to be strengthened by kindness and amity. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, then I want to read this last little part here. It says, be open to allowing companionship and loving connection into all of your relationships, especially the ones that are fragile or challenging. Okay, so yeah, you've got a lot here about like leaning into support in regards to whatever's happening right now. Like, I don't think that now is a good time to kind of like be alone with your thoughts. I think now is a good time to kind of like lean into some companionship. I'm getting this is like a team effort, okay? It's a team effort. Hope, open-mindedness, new ideas. There could be, again, somebody who's like has an idea or a perspective that could help you. Okay, let's get you some charms. Okay, everyone got the lemon today. The lemon to me represents when life gives you lemons. One thing I'm noticing immediately is with your get clear, the glasses. That's exactly the meaning I give to these glasses, which is clarity, okay? Clarity of thought, clarity in your mind. You know, again, I see that you are a very goal-focused person. You're a hard worker. So don't let this setback stop you, right? You can still achieve this success. Earlier I was getting, you can still achieve this success regardless of this broken wish, okay? You've got a lot about, you're very, one thing about you I'm seeing is, number one, I think you're obviously like a very good cheerleader for others. I think you're someone that I do feel genuinely likes to see other people succeed, but you're your hardest critic. You're your absolute hardest critic. You know, the thing about the Ten of Swords, one sword would have done the job here. There was no need for the 10. Sometimes this card can pop up when we're being really way too, honestly, like, I'm not saying you're being too dramatic, but this is sometimes an overly dramatic card. It's like the 10 was a little bit of overkill, right? So what I'm getting from that is like you, I think, tend to fixate on something that doesn't work, or if like, you know, I didn't hit the target on that, I didn't do this. Like your success seems very important to you, and that's a good thing, but be open-minded when things don't work out. And you're also a very powerful manifestor. You're a very powerful person, I'm getting. Very magical. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, we got the little astronaut. Reach for the stars. Yeah, more companionship. Partnership right now is like huge. It's a huge theme for you today. You know, I was saying earlier, indulge a little bit. Pay attention to your body too, like when your body needs a rest, right? Because if you kind of like try to just work through this, right? If you try to like, when your body's telling you like, I'm stressed, I'm exhausted, I'm burnt out, I'm tired, I need a rest, I need some sleep, then listen, right? Because I think you tend to push through it, and that could also make things confusing. So pay attention to when your body and your mind needs some rest. Right now you're being encouraged to go with the flow with the little sailboat. You got the plane on top of the whistle. Oh, interesting. The whistle makes me think of like somebody or something trying to get your attention. So you've got the plane. So something about travel, possibly vacation. Is it possible for you to maybe plan a vacation? To maybe go visit somebody? This is definitely the person reaching out to you, because it talked about a deceased loved one. So somebody's trying to communicate with you and send you signs. Pay attention to things that remind you of this person. Like for you, it could be sunflowers, for example. But pay attention. Oh, my stomach just started hurting. Sorry, I just wanted to look at these cards here, because my stomach just kind of started hurting for a second. Okay, earlier I was getting like, pay attention to red flags. Like your intuition, everything in you is trying to point that something wasn't meant for you, like something wasn't good for you. I'm getting to tell you to not go back to like something that's proven to not be good for you. Like there's something better. Be open-minded to what else could be, right? With your 7 of Cups, be open-minded to what else could be. Different opportunities. You got the star with the anchor. I'm getting with the anchor today in the boat over here. Everything I'm seeing, like, it's time to, like, I'm almost imagining somebody sort of putting down their anchor here and being like, okay, well, I'll just settle for this. This is, I guess, where I'm, but no, I'm getting like, again, there's different opportunities here with the water here. The sunflower can talk about optimism. I'm getting optimism and acceptance, positivity. You got BAM, you've got this here. You absolutely do. Yeah, something's giving you red flags here. We're going to read 137 and 136 today. Let's find that wherever I put the book. There it is. Okay. 136. I feel like I read these ones recently. I can't remember if it was on Patreon or... Oh, look at this. Bigger picture. Your world is your doing. You are creating your own world. The number is a reminder from your angels that you are the one creating. So you have to make the choices every day that reflect the bigger picture. Create a vision board with images and words that inspire you. Interesting. Okay, you also have trailblazer. So use what you've got. You have what you need to get to where you're going. Absolutely. And I love that with 9 of Pentacles, because that is sort of saying like you've got the resources you need. You've got what you need. So nourish your most fulfilling life with the confidence that you are resourceful and creative. Lie in meditation with your hands on your sacral chakra, the lower stomach. Did I not just say my stomach hurts? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Repeat this mantra. I am creative. Okay, so my stomach, it wasn't like a pain, like don't be concerned or anything, but my stomach kind of felt a little off there for a second. That was cool. While we were looking at charms, did I say it or did I just think it? Today I'm having a hard time remembering what I'm just thinking versus what I'm saying. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. And it was the lower stomach. That's so, wow. Okay, so I'm going to flip all of these over. Let me know what you see. Initials, names. I'll see what I can see today. I'm just going to move the charms to the side here. If you need to go back and rewind or pause the video at any point to look closer, you definitely can if you want to go take a closer look at the charms again. But let me just flip these for you. And yeah, that'll be good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing. I've noticed a few new subscribers recently, so welcome. Thank you. Okay, you've got saw, from, want, full, and the and. Binks. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I have chills today. Look, it reminds me of Binks from Hocus Pocus. Binks. Okay. So I'll just flip these over. I'll give you a chance to look. And then look in the comment, pet. Spend time with your pet. You know, who knows? Like the deceased loved one could be a pet, you know? Pets are our family too, I believe. So, okay. Pause the video if you want to look a little longer, because I'm gonna get in there. Okay, I'm seeing detach. Something you need to detach from. Do we even have an H? No. But detach. But use this I as an L oracle. Consult your oracle cards if that's something you haven't done in a while. Maybe there's an oracle deck that you can keep close by and start working with, because I think if you chose group 3, you're very in tune with your intuition and your magic and your manifestation. Bottle. I'm getting to not bottle up feelings, just like we saw. I'm getting something that came to an end, like it was for a reason. It's not where you're meant to be. There's so much more out there for you. seed, which is interesting because your one card was the seed card. Seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. You're planting new seeds, right? With your 9 of Pentacles even, like. Speaking of Pentacles, you got... So let me know what you see, Group 3. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed your message you're meant to hear for the next 7 days or so. Could be the next 10 days. It could be March, because you did have the March card, I believe. So could be more so a monthly message for you, Group 3, if you chose this one. Especially if you're watching this in March. I'm recording this in March, but who knows when you're watching this. But yeah, so we will see you later. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.